And welcome back to the Daily Sit with me, Walt Grayson. It's 3:30 every weekday afternoon. You know, today is Halloween. And for the past month, the two Mississippi museums downtown have had a display of creepy dolls that, well, probably creep you out. Take a look.
I think that children, although a lot has changed, children don't change. And they'll find certain things just scary, things that they can't explain. And I think that sort of creeps forward in your adult life as well, that you'll just look at things and they'll kind of give you the chills.
A display of creepy dolls from the Mississippi Department of Archives and History collection is open at the two Mississippi museums.
We have a lot of collection of dolls and toys, and we were looking for something else to do at Halloween. We have been putting out what we call the dummy mummy for decades. But we decided that maybe we should up a little bit this year. And so we went through our collection and kind of as a group decided which ones that select members could agree were slightly creepy.
Several dolls preserved over time provide a glimpse into children's playthings from the past. The creepy collection dates back to the 1830s.
So we have toys that are ranging from around about 1830 to the 1920s. We purposely tried to pick toys that no living child actually played with so that we were not insulting that child.
Not bringing the spirit with him.
Plus, I think it's each their own. It's beauty in the eye of the beholder. Some people find things creepy, but I think a lot of these toys were very well loved, although this doll from 1830 is the one in the front. Is the one that creeps me out probably because of her gigantic arms. She was very well loved. She's very dirty. She looks like she was well played with, especially the teddy bear as well.
From rag dolls to clown dolls, it doesn't get much creepier than these.
This rag doll is from about the 1830s, and like I said, she's the one I find creepy just because I imagine her going, "Hug me," with those arms outraised. The next one in age is the bisque doll in the back, from about the 1890s.
Now, what is creepy about the bisque doll?
So what people find creepy about her is she has sleeping eyes. And so sleeping eye dolls are actually better stored face down because the reason why they sleep is because there's weights in the back of their eyes. And if you don't keep tension off those weights, they can come displaced and so you'll have an eye, one open, one up, or looking different directions. And so when we took her out of her box, her eyes kind of roll in the back of her head. You move her and her eyes move a little bit. So I think people found that disconcerting. I think it's also
the fact you took her out of the box and everybody started screaming, so here's a nominee, right?
Exactly. And I believe, if I'm not incorrect with this one, is that she actually has a human hair wig, which was sort of common in the 1890s. They used to sell hair in Sears and Roebuck, so that catalogs, so that you could do hair jewelry and hair decorations and hair this and that. Was very popular. So
what's this little guy on the corner down here?
So this one is what we term as Frozen Charlotte, and what I find about her is more the story. And so the story is that it's a folktale. So that Charlotte was going to a fancy party in her fancy dress and did not want to cover it with her jacket, and so she froze to death on her way to a party. Which is why this doll is so very white, because she froze to death and nothing moves, so she's very static.
And it could happen. And let's see, the doll or the clowns? Where are they from?
So the clowns are from about the 1920s, and it's from a collection of toys called Humpty Dumpty's Circus. And so that you would have circus animals and the clowns and the ringmaster and things like that, and they're posable. And so your child could pose it however you wanted and had their own little circus going on. And that's where these clowns are from. I actually find them a little more creepy because they were redressed. These are not their original clothes. In the 1980s, they were sent off to a doll repair shop. And that person decided that their clothes were too worn and tossed them out and redressed them.
If you want to see the dolls in person, you might not want to go alone.
So I'm not up in the galleries a lot, so I haven't heard many, but people who I walk by are kind of like startled a little bit.
Hey, if you want to see the dolls in person, today is the last day to do so. Sorry for the trick there, but the two Mississippi museums in Jackson, they're open right now. Well, they're open every Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tickets $15 for adults, $8 for youth every day but Sunday. which does not require any admission cost. Hey, we're coming right back. Stay with us.